Alrighty, let's get her going. Alrighty, welcome in, folks. How's it going? Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI. It is day 3. Hello, Doppel, welcome in. Oh, was my Mix It Up disconnected? Sure is. Let me fix that. I think I just have to relaunch it, which is annoying. It's annoying that when Mix It Up disconnects, it can't reconnect. I have to close the whole program and open it again. Doing some 14 today and ran into one of the better bosses I've experienced so far. Hell yeah, which one was it? Was it Susano? So I know you're in Stormblood. There we go. I have to reboot the overlay. Alright. Doppel, thank you for the 70 stream streak. Appreciate it. One of the highest streaks I think we've seen. Alright, good, we're working. Thank you so much. That is a ton of streams. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, Susano. Yeah, Susano is a notable increase in gameplay quality. That's sort of my experience with Stormblood. Is like the story can be hit or miss. It's got some issues, but the gameplay is such a noticeable step up from Heavensward. It's from gameplay alone, it's a great expansion. It maintains that quality all the way through. Yeah, the giant sword that you have to block, so cool. Alrighty, this is where we stopped, yes. Oh! We can't start FF6 quite yet, because we gotta talk about something, very quick. So, for everyone who's been here watching my streams for the last, I don't know, probably couple months, maybe even longer, I've been on this, you guys will know that probably like, I don't know, every third or fourth stream or so, we'll mention Monster Hunter Stories 2, the Monster Hunter RPG. And every single time it comes up, I would go, oh man, I really hope we get a Stories 3. Stories 2 was so fun. I hope we get a third one. Literally on Wednesday, when we were playing Monster Hunter Wilds on our size channel, I mentioned that I hoped we get a Stories 3. Less than 12 hours later, the Nintendo Direct yesterday comes out. I just happened to be awake because I have to feed the cat and water the plants in the morning. And what is the first thing that gets announced on that Direct? Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, baby, 2026. It's coming next year. I am so excited. We only really saw a bunch of cutscenes, but from what we saw, it looked real good. So I look forward to seeing news about that. I hope it's not like winter next year. I hope we're not like over a year away. I hope it is like, it's probably going to be like summer, maybe spring, March. That would be nice. Got to level 70 White Mage. I'm leveling Dragoon because it's a good class and shares armor with Reaper. Going to main Reaper when I get the game. Hell yeah, Reaper's a lot of fun. I played Reaper, or I mained Reaper for Shadowbringers because it was thematic, and Reaper's super fun. I didn't stick with it though, but that's probably because Viper came out, and I really enjoy Viper. It has the death by 1,000 cuts fantasy I've always wanted. Alright, let's see. Last we left off, we finished up the Sabin storyline. We got Cyan and Shadow. We had Shadow briefly. He's gone again. He does that. Locke infiltrated the town South Figaro, was it? I forget. No. Where the hell did he infiltrate? Doesn't matter. He infiltrated the town, picked up Celes, the disgraced former general of the Imperial Army, and then we did Terra and Edgar and Bannon, and Terra got too close to an Esper, turned in Super Saiyan, and flew away. Now we're trying to find her. Winter next year for sure, like January winter. Well, January winter next year? I would hope. That would be the earliest we could possibly get it. I don't think it's going to be that early. Because we're, what? It's August, so August, September, October, November, December, January. So like 6 months away? I guess it's still pretty far away. I feel like 6 months away they would have given us a release date sooner rather than later, but they have been pushing release date reveals later and later nowadays. They don't really do the, you know, the big year-and-a-half long marketing push that they used to do, which is probably for the best. It was South Figaro, okay. Couldn't remember. But it's also Capcom. They might just be, they think it's a smaller game, so they're not going to do as much marketing for it. Maybe? Still excited though. Gonna be playing that hopefully day one. We'll see. Alrighty, let's do we need to change anything in here? I think we're good. For those of you who want to see me play Stories 2, that playthrough is up on YouTube on the VODs channel. Speaking of VODs channel, I managed to upload all of Dragon Quest XI. So that is all up on YouTube as well, for those who want to see that. Chrono Trigger's not uploaded yet. I meant to upload it and I forgot, so I have to wait until the end of this month. That shouldn't be, really? Right outside of town? Shouldn't be too hard. Just on a crossbow. Speaking of 14... all 100 hours, that's a large VOD. Well, it's not all in one VOD. Because I don't think YouTube could handle that much, but the all 25 parts, I believe, of that playthrough, they are up. One of the longest playthroughs on the channel. Might be the longest, actually. Because those were all relatively full-length VODs. I think the only ones that are longer part-wise are ones that were shorter streams. Because I think Great Ace Attorney 2 might technically be the longest, but those were all 2-hour streams, because I couldn't do a full 4 hours of shitty voice acting. Chords tangled. Of course, not counting 14. Okay. We don't need to heal. We're good there. All right. Let's check and see what we can buy here. This is the right place, right? This is Jador, yeah. Shitty VA, you're better than I am. Oh, fair enough. Mediocre VA, perhaps. Mithril Vest, 1200. We do not have that much money. And white dress only for Celes. I assume Terra could also wear this. Boosts magic. I do want that. We'll give that to Celes. And we'll get... plus 45. What is the current value? Plus 40. And agility -2, which is not great. I just don't have that much money. No, we'll hold off. Armor shop is a door in the back and a chest. Does it? Oh yeah, it does. Good catch. There is the... Oh, is it a fake door that I actually can't get into? That's lame. Thought for sure that'd be a secret. Yeah, I actually can't get in there. Unless there's a way in here. Nope. Secret passage, maybe? FF3? Is that you? Bitch. Alright. Check on the weapons. Ah, Kikuichimonji and Kaiser Knuckles. Okay. A Kodachi for no one. Oh, this is for Shadow. Ring Blade. Let me get the scrolls again. Alright, this is plus 83. What's the current? Oh, I can't check because he's not in the party. Well, if he's not in the party, then he's not getting more gear. So we have the Kikuichimonji and the Moonring Blade. If I give the Moonring Blade to Locke, that does mean he could sit in the back row, which might be good. Because I assume this works like it does in other games. Where if it's ranged, you can sit in the back row. Although the Kikuichimonji is a pretty big increase. It's plus 88. Oh, but he has the Genji Glove. Yeah. Okay, no, we won't get the Moonring Blade. We'll get the Kikuichimonji. Because I would have to buy two Moonring Blades for that to work. I don't have the money for. Let's boost up our boy Cyan. Look at you giving boomerangs to the thief again. Locke isn't Eric. Well, Eric did end Dragon Quest XI with a full boomerang build, and it was by far his most effective build for our party. So, I mean, is that wrong? If the shoe fits. Oh, I can buy earrings. I have 3 of these? Oh. Okay. Is there anything I can sell? Anything I want to sell? I should clarify. I can probably get rid of 1 air knife. What else? Oh, some of the iron armor. Probably get rid of the Kotetsu. The only reason I would have to keep it is if I move the Genji Glove to Cyan. So he could dual wield katanas, which is based. However, I do kind of like it on Locke. Because his damage is sort of not great by default. I also don't know if dual wielding affects his Bushido. Because it might not, which would make it useless. We'll keep it on Locke, and if we ever decide to change our minds, we'll probably be in a position where we can buy better swords anyways. Let's get rid of that. That's for those. That's it. I do not have very much. I did buy a bunch of items, which was nice. Oh, there is the Rune Blade, which I don't see myself ever really using. Well, actually, hang on. Since Celeste has Runic, she can get MP back. So maybe the Rune Blade is not a bad idea for her. Let's actually do that. She spends a lot of time healing anyways, so she's not going to be burning too much through her attacks. I might give her the Magus Hat as well, just for the magic boost. Yeah, we'll give you that. You the Green Beret. That should work. Oh, we still have the Ashura. Can I sell that? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's get to it. I assume that's the Opera House. Don't need to heal. Alright. I'm gonna go out and save just in case. Because I know there's a lot that happens in the Opera House. I don't remember if there's save points. The battle power of his equipped weapon has no impact on the power of his Bushido attacks, which are universally superior to normal attacks. Well, okay. So that means I don't even need to upgrade him. Because I'm never gonna not use Bushido. Ah. Weird choice. But I suppose this was their sort of first attempt at, well, actually, no, FF4 was their first attempt at, set characters with set abilities. So they did do a pretty good job. Generally speaking. I still won't forgive them for taking away Darkness in favor of Paladin and Cover. Dark Knight, Cecil, superior to Paladin Cecil. The spinning image of Maria, huh? Haven't heard of yours, eh? She's a famous opera singer. I remember what happens here. A picture of a lovely lady. I do recognize that guy. Wait, is this not the Opera House? Auser's Mansion. Oh, no, this is not what I need. Is the Opera House not here? Have I fucked up? Oh, Auction House. Oh, alright, hang on. I don't have a lot of money to auction with, but... Can I even interact with this right now? I guess not. Today's auction is over. Alright. Well, this is what I needed to do, so let's ask around here. Oh, the Opera House is way south of here. Okay. What is not in Jidoor. Built a new town in the valley between the mountains up north. Okay. This is just a waypoint. I don't actually need to do this yet. So I need to go... Oh, there it is. It's down there. There is also that town up there. Oh. Doppel. Smack his pee-pee. Let's go north first. Haven't had one of those in a while. Interesting that that Automod got that particular phrase. That must be a common fishing site. How much is your attack? With crits. 300 is a fair bit. Okay. Also, what a name. Jesus Christ. Alright. Ah, this place. I remember this place from the last time we played this. Okay. Doesn't the bass rhythm remind you of the Final Fantasy VIII Triple Triad theme? I think it's called Shuffle or Boogie, is the song name. I've heard that song so much because I played a lot of Triple Triad in 14 when I first started it, and now I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. But I can't unhear that song. I am asking the wrong person, that is fair. Hey, Lightning, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Appreciate it. Oh, there are enemies in here. Okay. Alright, I get it, you hate women. Eye drops. Whoops, I didn't mean to use Runic there. If I hadn't moved, it'd be like 75 to 100. Hey, you finished with your move then. I remember you talking about that. Hell yeah. Hopefully everything went well. Minus the job situation, yeah. Yeah, it's rough out there. But congratulations for the new place. An immense amount of depression. I've been there. I feel that. There we go. Just dead bodies, huh? I don't know if I need to be here yet. I might need to go to the Opera House first. And then come here? My second hand on my watch is pointing at 30. What? Thanks for the info, I guess. Okay. I shouldn't be here. I need to leave. But first I'm gonna try and steal. Great. Alright, we gotta go. Uh-oh! Survive. Woo! Alright, to the Opera House. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just load the save. Yeah. So we didn't do anything in there of merit. Oh, what was the other thing they announced? Oh, yeah. The last thing they announced in the Nintendo Direct was a new Octopath game. Octopath Zero, I think? Which is pretty cool. I haven't played any of the Octopath games. I've heard kind of mixed things from them. So I don't know if I'm ever going to play them, but people got pretty excited about that, which is cool. Being on the right side of the screen just confuses me. Oh, going from, yeah. That's that classic, JRPG right over left sort of deal, because they read things right to left in Japan. Why their UI is hard to translate. There we go. All right. The Opera House is closed. Fuck. All right. I was wrong again. Let me go back to Jador. I might have missed something there. It does burn a lot of MP. Oh, and another news, we get a release date for Beat Break, Digimon Beat Break. It's coming October 5th. So Time Stranger and Beat Break are like right next to each other. Hopefully they're both good. I've got pretty high hopes for Time Stranger. Everything that they've shown off seems like at the very least the gameplay won't suck. It looks to be just a flat improvement over Cyber Sleuth. But we won't know until we see what the balance is like. Because Cyber Sleuth's balance was not great. I didn't even see how much money it cost me. What was it? 250 gil, fuck. Alright, well. Is what it is. And yeah, Beat Break, we got a teaser trailer for it, and it looked pretty interesting. Sort of taking Digimon in a bit of a different direction, which the anime tend to do. And it's probably going to be like the first anime I've watched in quite a while. I feel like there's got to be something in the auction house. Character I have to talk to? I want one of those legendary treasures that bring back departed souls. None of the other rich folks have gotten one yet. I heard you can get one in the imperial capital of Vector. Huh. Looks like a Phoenix Down, or something else? Nothing in the mansion here. I know the painting boss is in this game. I just have to examine all the paintings and... Oh, I guess it cures dead, not KO'd. That's... You know what? That's fair. Oh, ether. Treasure chest. Because I believe this painting of a lady is a boss. It might be in the second half of the game. It gets possessed by a demon or some shit. Okay, nothing there. I mean, I think the one lady did say that they saw Terra up in the north. It was you said so? Speed off toward the northern mountains. Okay. I guess we can go check that out. I guess it must be Zozo then. which I'll have to be more careful, I guess. Stay out of the pub. Yeah, they're all directing me up to Zozo. Alright. There might be some special mechanics in Zozo. Oops. I want to save first. I might die in here. Alright. Harvester, you say? You look like you might have special steals. Silver spectacles, yep. Oh, that's all of my money. Uh-oh. I need that. Please give it back. Nothing to steal, huh? I assume it just gives you all your money back? Yeah. That would be brutal if it just stole it, died, and the money was gone. Alright, where can we go where I won't die? What about here? I didn't even see what the silver spectacles do. I think they're just protect against blind. Yeah, it prevents darkness. Northwest side of the world, pair of peninsulas look like a dragon's head. It's a small house on the west coast. Oh, up on the north? I'm pretty sure we did that. That was the Hero's Ring, right? Yeah, we did that last stream. Ah, definitely not a girl on the top floor of this building. Thanks, buddy. Fellas. Don't listen to the others. Trust me, it's 8 o'clock. Okay. Oh god, not the Veiled Dancer again. She can't be confused. Okay, we're good. Zozo, also the music is awesome. It's called Slam Shuffle for a reason. It is pretty good. Great people here, you can trust everything they say. I don't believe you. Alright, everyone has a different answer. If the Veil Dancer is alone, it uses Fire, Blizzard, or Thundara every single turn. Ah, okay. So the danger is when they're alone. That... Oh, I can shortcut down. Okay. Good to know. Oh, that's a large man. Do you drop the Gigas Glove, perchance? That would make sense. So much damage. Come on. Want to steal. Oh, that does damage. Alright, I literally just want to see what Locke steals from him and then we can kill him. Come on, Locke. The sap will kill him eventually. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of clock puzzle. I'm picking up on that as well. They had the guy in the pub saying that his clock was, or the seconds hand was at 30. And they're all giving different times. Come on. Sure again. Come on! Yeah, it knows that I want it, so it's screwing me over. The Desire Sensor has followed me from Monster Hunter. It's gonna give me like a potion after all this work. Hey, it is the Gigas Glove, as I thought. Andy? I think that's just physical damage, right? Yep, physical attack. Don't really have the best options right now for who could wear that. I guess I could give it to Cyan. The black belt doesn't trigger that often, because aggro in this game is very random. Sure. It probably doesn't even affect his Bushido. Yeah, don't put that on. I think his Bushido aren't affected by like anything except level. Brigand's Glove. That might be for Locke. That sounds thiefy. Changes the steel command to Mug. Yep. Ooh. Well, I guess we have to drop the Genji Glove. Fine. We'll put that on... Well, I would put that on Cyan, except I just got rid of all of his katanas. So that will stay in the back for now. Because no one else attacks. Not physically, anyways. Oh, is it telling me that I need to, jump from the window. That guy down there. That's clever. Now, the Thieves Club does specifically say the steal command. If it changes to Mug, is it still affected? Can I imp the Gigas? Good question. Let's try it. Apparently I can. Cyan learned Flurry. Ooh, that sounds like it might be AoE. It sure is. 4-strike combo. Okay, so up to 4. What if it's only one enemy? Does it hit 4 times? Because it'd be really good. Well, let's find out. Stole my gil. Just want to see Cyan go. It does hit the same enemy 4 times. That is very good. Okay. It is affected by the Thief's Bracer. Okay, great. I figured as much. Just adds an attack on top of it, but good to know for sure. Have to go around. I like how this place is filled with, like, thieves and bad guys, and then there's just a giant. Come on, Locke. Yeah, it's the window ledges. Oh. That's a dead lady. Alright. There is potentially an armored weapon shop over here I should check out. Just in case. Does Golden Wrench drop my attack by 10% like it does in 14? More spectacles. Had to pass the window ledge on the building and took the hook. Oh, is there a place I could go across to the other building? I definitely missed that. Guess no one's home. Clock doesn't have a minute hand. Of course, it never points to the right time anyways. Clock's hand is pointing at the 2. So, hour hand 2, second hand 30. Alright. Okay, so it's random which enemy he jumps to. $230 maybe? The answer? Guess we'll find out. I guess I could also check the top of the pub. Hey, nobody! Welcome in, how's it going? How was Heaven Burns Red? Welcome in, everybody. We're on day 3 of Final Fantasy VI, a game that I've technically played before. But yeah, we're doing a proper playthrough now. Thank you for the shout out, Stopple. Nice. We're currently in Zozo. I actually sleep in here? Oh, hour hand 2, minute hand 30? Second hand 30? Fuck. So there is a minute hand. Not too much to do, waiting for the next update. Failed to do the hardest boss in the game currently. You'll get there. I mean, there's only 5 options, so I can just brute force it. Oh, it's not those. It was the hour hand pointing at the 2, right? And the guy said his minute... Or was it the minute hand pointing at the 30? No, okay. I'm missing info. This is a town full of liars. A person told you that the seconds was 30, not a clock. True. You do bring up an excellent point. Analog clocks, game is too old, unplayable for the next generation. It's alright, they convert it to the actual value, so it works out. Thank God. I can read an analog clock, but not quickly. Alright, let's go in here. Now that we know we're not going to get destroyed. Okay, well, we might still get destroyed. Oh, thank God. When they show up on their own, that's a major issue. Yeah, the second hand's on his watch, which is not useful to me. Yeah, critical doesn't mean limit break in this game. I do have to get used to. But we also don't usually get to critical. Generally, something has gone horribly wrong, if that happens. Seems an odd way to do it. It's the same way that Final Fantasy VIII did it. The difference was 8, it just increased the chance to very likely, but you still had a chance every turn to just randomly get a limit break. It was affected by how low your health was. The lower your health, the higher the chance. In this game, I don't think it can happen at all unless you're on critical. Which is... Okay. This just goes out to a blank window? Is there nothing out here? Yeah, nothing I can do. Alright. I still think the FF7 critical or limit break system is the probably the best one. I don't think they've gotten it right in any other game. I guess the limit break in 16 is not bad. It's fine. It's just a super gauge, effectively. Yeah. Every other game I feel like is not quite gotten it right. '14's limit break system is pretty solid. That is fair. It is, well, actually, it's good now. Oh, obtained 100,000 gil. I don't have it on me, but I've obtained that much in general. They have changed 14's limit break system because it used to be, it was similar to how 8 worked, where the lower your health, the more limit break gauge you would get. So people figured out that if you kept the party at low HP, you could, like, limit break 4 or 5 times in whatever duty you're doing. And so people were using that to farm, and they ended up having to change it as a result. I also think it's weird that 14's limit break gives you more limits if everyone in the party is a different job, which I think is probably because if like one job is doing better than all the other jobs, as long as they're not doing too much better, they can balance that out by forcing you to have different jobs to make the limit break a little more effective. That's probably why they do that, which makes sense. The stress of the healer in that scenario, yeah. Although I bet you if you talk to healers who played around that time, they probably loved it, because everyone on social media when it comes to 14 is like a veteran 14 player who's upset with the current state of the game. New players don't use social media, generally speaking. That's why every time you look at 14 social media, it's all doom posting. Even though the game is realistically still doing pretty okay. Square Enix is not hitting breaking emergency glass yet. Not that it's perfect. Actually wanted to have the Veil Dancer cast magic at me because I wanted to use Runic. If there is anything that has turned me off of playing 14, it's going on the subreddit and looking at YouTube videos. It got real toxic when Dawntrail came out. I'm just happy to play the game. Speaking of, on Tuesday we will be doing 7.3. That is when that comes out. I'm very excited. Doors rusted shut. Okay. So yeah, where was the... Get across... Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. I know where I fucked up. I know what you're talking about. I did walk right past another open window. I was looking for a way to get into the other building so I could jump across without realizing I could jump across to the other building. That's my bad. Speaking of Dawntrail, I don't think I'll be getting to it until the next expansion comes out. Yeah, maybe. There is a lot of content. You have a lot to go through. Because even if you do everything in Stormblood, you still have 2 more expansions to get through before you can get to Dawntrail, because you have Shadowbringers and Endwalker. So at your current pace, let's see, when did Dawntrail come out? It was, I think, July last year, right? So it's a year into its patch cycle. Was it June last year? Can't remember. It was summer last year. So we probably have another year and a half until the next expansion comes out, so you got time. There's no rush. It's not that important to be current in 14. Well, I mean, it depends on what you want out of the game. I guess if you're a raider, it's pretty important. Hang on, I want to talk to you guys one by one. Just one Endwalker for Reaper. The good news is, when it comes to the new classes for expansions, you get them 10 levels earlier than the level cap for the expansion they're from. So for, let's say, Dancer and Shadowbringers, I believe you can unlock it at level 70. The level cap for Shadowbringers is 80. Right? No, or is it 20 levels? No, it's 20 levels before. Ah, fuck. I looked away. I wanted to talk to those guys. Right? Because you get Red Mage... Yeah, no, it's 20 levels before, because when I wanted to play Viper for Dawntrail, I had to power level it in, like, 24 hours? From level 80 to 90, so I could use it for Dawntrail. Yeah, you need you need to buy the expansion to actually unlock the class. But once you do, as long as you have a level 70 class, you should be able to play, or should be able to get Reaper. Because yeah, Reaper would be at 70, because Endwalker's cap is 90. Yeah, hang on. If they all lie, am I just looking for the one they don't say? Shit. Okay, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. 2, 4... Okay, no one said 6 o'clock, so I think it's the... That's the one I'm looking for, is 6. And then the other one... What did the clock say? I'll just write that down for now, and then we'll actually get back to that. Maybe more information. Excuse me. If you do like Reaper, Viper is actually similar. Well, actually, I say that it was similar, and they got rid of the thing that made it similar, so it's actually not really that similar. Viper is probably closer to... Well, it's still kind of close to Reaper. Reaper's the closest thing it's to. The only other thing I could think is maybe... No, it's still pretty similar to Reaper. Because Viper has a bunch of set weaves. The clock said 2, but the man said it was missing the minute hand. Okay. Because yeah, Viper has a lot of you hit a button, it starts your global cooldown, and then you have to hit another button's weave in between. which a lot of classes don't have set ones of those. They usually have random procs you have to weave, or just other abilities. Viper is interesting. I really like it. It's my current main for a reason. Some people say it's too easy. I say it's just right. But I'm also a casual. Oh, I didn't realize Locke was about to die. Not ideal. Don't hit him again. Nice. The man was lying that it has to be 10 minutes. Gigas to the headbutt for all of Locke's HP. Oh, okay. I looked away. I figured that was what that was, though. Hawk said 2, but the man said it was missing the minute hands. So if it's not missing the minute hand, then 2 is the minutes. If it's missing the other one, it's the opposite, maybe? I don't know, we'll go back at some point. My watch's second hand is pointing at the 2. Okay. So the 2 on the clock as far as seconds would be, what, 10 seconds? So, hang on, I have to write all this down. So 6 o'clock. We've seen a guy say the second hand is at 30, and the guy one's saying it's at 2, which would be 10, I think. Or is it 20? Because I'm assuming it's pointing at the 2 is 10. Okay, yeah, so it's not 10 seconds. And it's not 30 seconds. Multiply by 5, yeah, okay. I was trying to think of, like, what does an analog clock look like in my head? I'm just really struggling. I haven't looked at one in a while. I'm a digital Andy. That's gonna hurt. Yep, there goes Celes, the one person I wanted to live. I need you to confuse her. Gonna kill him as well. Yep. Oh, it's gonna miss? Okay. I really need the opportunity to use Runic here. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Oop, I am. I have an analog watch just to get around this problem. Fair enough. That's what I wanted. Let's get Locke back up. Yeah, she can't be confused. I forgot about that. Now, is that for only one proc of magic, or can... It is only for one proc of magic. Okay. I was really hoping it was going to be more. Well, the good news is I got some MP back for Celes, so... Not all is lost. Ow. Alright. There go a bunch of Phoenix Downs and potions. Oh my god. Please. I beg of you. Yeah, I have the minute and I have the hour, so I probably can't just brute force the seconds. But I still should be talking to people because you never know what they might say. That might be handy. Set of potions. The seconds, they're divisible by 20. So it's not divisible by 20. My mechanical pencil broke. Always with the back attacks here. It's not 10, it's not 20, 30, 40, so it has to be 50. Yeah, you're right. Because the only thing left that isn't 10 or 30 is 20 and 40 and 50. Right you are. I can't remember if this battle theme is in 14. I don't think it is. I think it's only the boss theme from 6. Which, I mean, 6 has one of the best boss themes. Yeah, the Gigas Glove must be the rare steel, and it's the only one. That's the only thing that makes sense. Which, to be fair, based on the effect, seems pretty worth it, so I kind of get it. Get one cast of magic to get Celes some more MP. Actually, I can do 2 here. Get lucky on the timing. Oh, I might be able to get lucky twice. She's missing... She's down by like half, so I would love to be able to get more. Alright, that's gonna be the best I can get. When it's haste, these bars are slow. It seems slow definitely watching. But when there's actually a lot of actions and you gotta do all 4 party members, it's actually not too bad. It's really only when it's like 2 or like fewer party members that like this speed of ATB is excruciatingly slow. Once you get up to 3 or 4, then it's not too bad. Burning Fists. That sounds like it might be a monk weapon for Sabin. Sure is. May cast fire upon striking an enemy. Ooh. When the hell did I get these? Oh. Huh. I have no idea when I picked those up. Well, I don't really have anyone who can benefit from that right now. Because no one is using their basic attack. In fact, I don't even know who would benefit from that at all. because everyone else uses abilities to attack. I guess maybe Locke could use it eventually. Oh, rare steel from a harvester. Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Oh, can't go in here? Alright. What brings you up here on this fine day? Do we need to get through here? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in the way. I'm not very strong in a fight, and I'd hate for there to be any trouble, so why don't I just let you pass? Alright, P-Light. Dataluma. Shockwave, okay. Can you be inflicted with darkness? Probably not. Can I runic the Shockwave? Still a jeweled ring. Oh, nice. Miss. I guess it wouldn't be terrible for Locke in a boss fight, because once he mugs once, doesn't really need to keep using it. Probably heal, actually. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I cannot runic Shockwave. Alright. Noted. The only bad part is that I'd have to get rid of either the Brigand's Glove or the Fuse Glove, both of which I need. It's the common steel. Bigger. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Why was the second hit so strong? Not that I'm complaining, but I'm a little lost. Okay. Alright. He's doping in the middle of my fight. Oh, protect, huh? Oh, those can crit. Ah, okay. Well, so much for your protect, buddy. Drill! Twist Headband. Alright, well, it was a dick move, but we got through it. Prevents petrification. Oh, yeah. I have 10 of these silver spectacles. That's so silly. Could you runic the protect? I thought it was only magic that targets the party. I don't think you can hijack buff spells. It has to target the party, but I could be wrong. Oh, you can get under the Thief's Bracer, okay. Hey, Toaster! I'm eating a lasagna right now, and that made me think of you. I choose to take that as a compliment. The wiki says yes, you can. Oh, okay. I suppose it's just all magic. That's fair. Hermes sandals? That's the haste thing, right? Yep. Oh boy. That is going on Cyan. Since you that me one time, lasagna. Oh, yeah, the Final Fantasy magic lasagna. Lasagna, Lasagra, and Lasaja. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good meme. Hey, Matt. Welcome in. Do I want to give this to you? I do like the green beret. What a sentence to enter chat with. It's 4 more strength for less evasion, 10 less evasion, less defense, less magic defense. And an 8 less HP. How much does that drop that by? Oh, actually, not that much. Only like, what, 50? Yeah, I'll put that on. You can probably take one of those as well. If the Bushido doesn't get better with stat bonuses, does the Hyper Wrist work on Cyan? That's a good question, actually. It doesn't get better based on the weapon equips. But the Hyper Wrist boosts strength. So the question is it stronger based on the stats, but not the weapon? Because if it's on the stats, then the Hyper Wrist is good. If not, though, then it might be affected by the Gigas Glove, because it's a physical attack. I'll probably take this off of you. I don't think your tools are affected by a physical attack. Have the ribbon. I don't need status protection. Well, I guess I'll leave the Knight's Coat on you then. I guess we could take it off. We'll have to test it in the overworld and see what the if the damage goes down. Hey, there she is. Grr. Don't know who was talking. I assume it's Locke. Terra? Terra? She's frightened. You know what? Where is it? He's frightened. Who are you? His girl is your friend, I presume. Terra. Is she alright? Her name is Terra. Terra. Interesting. Oh. Slam into the wall. Ow. Her life is in no danger. She simply used a power she didn't know she had, and it overwhelmed her. Now her body won't listen to what she's telling it to do. As for myself, I am Ramuh, the Esper Ramuh. You're an Esper? Don't Espers live in another world? That doesn't mean there's anything stopping us from living in this one. Espers come in a variety of forms. My appearance is similar to your own, so I can live here as one of you, without fear of anyone discovering the truth. Why hide the fact that you're an Esper? Humans and Espers are incompatible creatures. But my grandma told me that humans and Espers once lived side by side. Of course, that was only a bedtime story. No, that was no fairy tale. That was the truth. Humans and Espers used to live together in harmony. At least, until the War of the Magi, however it's pronounced. No one's really had a definite answer on that, to be perfectly honest. They didn't leave a pronunciation guide behind. The War of the Magi. It took place long ago. Espers fought humans who had been infused with magical powers extracted from other Espers. After that meaningless war had ended, the Espers fashioned a new realm to which they exiled themselves. They feared that if they remained, it would only be a matter of time before their powers were targeted again. Yeah, lore dump. Someone's got to explain it. But then one day, about 20 years ago, humans stumbled upon the entrance to that hidden realm. Humans who knew, about our powers probably, and thus began the hunt, where Gestahl, the leader of the men, knew that he could use the powers extracted from us to create an invincible army.
As soon as we realized that was happening, we erected a massive gate and forced the humans out.
Oh, this one's slow? Do I have to actually click past this one? Because the camera's not moving? That's exactly what it is.
Those who were captured are still held in the Empire's Magitech research facility, being drained of their powers. I narrowly escaped that same fate, and now I am here with you.
I know it's supposed to be that he's like picking her up and putting her back in bed, but it does look like he dragged her across the floor and threw her.
He seems to have calmed down a little. I called Terra here to me when I sensed that she'd lost control. She responded to that call.
Also, why do you live in this place, of all places? This place sucks. Have you left this room since you've been here? Yeah, WWE body slammed her. So Terra's an Esper?
No, she's a bit different from us.
It looks like she's in pain.
She's afraid of what she is, and that is a painful thing.
Yeah, he's living in the town of liars. Does that mean all this is a lie? I guess he's not a man, right? It's only the men that lie. Or humans, more specifically. What can we do to help her?
Once she understands her true nature, the fear and doubt should subside.
Is there nothing we can do?
The others of my kind who are trapped in Gestal's Magitech research facility may be able to help her.
And if we can get inside that facility, you're sure we'll find them? The Magitech research facility? Your people are in there.
I escaped alone, abandoning my friends and hiding here like a coward. But I fear I can remain here no longer, because the property value of this place is plummeting. Have you seen the outside? Good lord. We needed an HOA here yesterday, but... Anyways.
What do you mean?
So an HOA is a homeowner's... Oh, the Gestalt stuff, right. Gestalt's methods are mistaken. He knows only to drain an Esper's powers by force, but that's not the way to unlock our potential. Only when we become Magicites can our strength be transferred in full.
What are you saying? Flying to the world about being a human so he fits right in? True.
I'm going to turn myself into Magicite so I can lend you my strength.
Magicite?
Magicite is an Esper's power in its purest form. When an Esper dies, Magicite is all that's left behind.
What? Hey, Waffle. I personally am responsible for keeping housing prices low in my area. Good man.
These are my companions, who fell as we fled the Empire, and I will give you my power as well. Become rock! Ow!
Well, you're really gone, aren't you? He turned himself to Magicite. He gave up his life to help us. And I dress up in a long white gown, cover my face with my hair, and walk around while groaning? Hell yeah. Why would you do such a thing?
I'm still in here. It's much more cramped. Think of me like a genie in a bottle. Like Robin Williams. Love that guy. Rest in peace. If our power is used for destruction, the skies will darken and life will fade from the earth. We must stop the Empire. There must not be a second War of the Magi.
Obtain remove magicite. I've kept doing it if it weren't for those meddling kids and their damn dog. That'll happen. Our first Esper. Hell yeah. I forget how this game does summons and Espers. So I will have to... We'll find out together. I remember it being kind of similar to 9, but... Did Ramuh just commit seppuku? Dark? This is the same game that killed Cyan's wife and young child via poison. He literally pulled his child's corpse out of a bed. This game don't pull no punches. Cait Sith. Kirin. Hate that monster. And Siren. Espers. Right, you can learn magic from them. How the hell does this work again? I can equip them per person. Okay. Oh, and they also get stat increases. Huh. Oh, some of them do. Kirin does not. Okay. This is actually kind of similar to 8. Although I think it's different than 8 in that the abilities are not attached to the Esper, but to the character. And then you take the Esper off and give it to someone else. Whereas 8, they're attached to the, in that game, Guardian Force or Girlfriend. HP plus 10%, huh? Cait Sith has Magic plus 1, Confuse, and Float. Ramuh has Thunder, Thundar, and Poison, which is good. Good for offensive magic. Which Celes kind of is right now. But she doesn't have to be. Is regen in this game good? I hope so. I kind of want to give Kirin to Celes. Double down on the healing. Let's do that. Want me to look it up? Regen? Nah, it's fine. We'll use it and we'll know. Sleep, silence, slow, and fire. Who has the highest HP? Okay, that's Cyan. Cyan and Edgar are actually pretty close. Stamina affects HP. Who has the higher base magic stat? 25, 29. Okay, so Edgar's is higher. Okay, so Cyan's magic is trash. We wanted to get that up on him, we would have to put on was that Cait Sith that has that? Yeah. He's also going to be using Bushido most of the time, which means that he's going to be mostly a sitting duck until he fires his effect. So let's give him Ramuh for the stamina. For a couple Bushidos that uses magic stat. Oh, okay. I mean, we could get in on that early. What's the lowest HP? It's Locke. I should give Locke the stamina just to round out his HP. Maybe make him a minor caster. 28 is not the worst. Certainly not the best. Mostly there for the stats, though. Alright, so then we'll give Cyan Cait Sith, and we'll give you Siren. Oh, but this also gives HP plus 10%, just flat. Which is probably better in the long run. So we'll give that to Locke. It's also thematic of him to get a lot of debuffs. Would be nice. Give you Ramuh. Sure. Terra, wait for us. We'll be back for you. Okay, so we know where she is, but we can't do jack shit about it. So we just have to leave. Oh. How the fuck did you guys get here? Everyone here? I was just thinking. It's stuck on the way back down. This will give us the next way to go. So, the Empire's been draining magic from Espers. Yeah, I'm just jumping off. Silas, was all of that true? I was asleep when they performed my infusion, so I don't know for sure. But I've heard rumors to that effect. I suppose we must find a way to slip into the Empire. It must split up again. We'll still need to beef up our defenses in Narsh. Speaking of, is it entirely undefended right now? Because that would be very bad. That would be indeed wise. I'll go to the Empire. I know it inside and out. But alone. Don't worry, I'll go with her. Look. I know you have trauma, but like, dude. Might I advise going in greater numbers? Okay, so it's gonna be Locke and Celes for sure. Let's get Sabine in here. And did we bring Gao? Oh, these levels are not kept up. Okay, we should bring Gao just to round it up. They, I do not think they got any, XP. We'll bring Gao up. Did they? I forget what level we, last left on. But I think it was around 13, because I think a quick save with, Celes and Locke, they were level 12. Gao it is! As long as we have Celes, it's fine, because she's our healer. It will hurt not to bring Edgar with us, but we'll manage. Wait for us back in Narsh. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We need to change party members. I guess we'll have to head back to Narsh. Now, the real question is, did they take their Espers with them? I do need to re-equip them. So, how are we going to get there? The Empire's on the southern continent. They've closed all the harbors, and no ships are permitted to leave port. The town of Jidoor to the south is full of wealthy aristocrats. One of them might know a way in. Brother Zagil? Locke. Yeah? Why are you coming with me? Huh? Well, there's the rumor about a legendary treasure hidden in Imperial territory and all. I thought I might have a look around. Or it's the trauma we all know about. Why is there a ghost here? It seems you have some magic sites. Want to learn more about Esper? Sure. Use an Esper, you must first equip it by selecting Espers from the ability menu. Summon the Esper in battle, select the name of the Esper by scrolling to the top of the magic command list. Okay, so they're also a summon. Great. Only call upon each Esper once per battle. Okay, so this is FF7 rules. Or I guess FF7 is FF6 rules. Good deal. Learning spells. When an Esper is equipped to someone, that character will learn spells over time. The set of spells each Esper teaches is different. The higher a spell's acquisition rate, the faster it will be memorized. Espers also permanently increase an attribute like Strength, Magic, HP, or MP with the character who has them equipped gains a level. Alright, so what you see is what you get. Straightforward enough. Okay, good, I can re-equip them. Alright, so I think it's Ramuh and Cait Sith. So Ramuh's stamina, which is good for Monk, I think. I think he has the highest stamina. Yeah. So we'll probably give Ramuh to Sabine. Double down on that. Gao getting magic is sort of a waste. Maybe I give it to Celes. At least until we get Float and Confuse. Holy shit, Float is expensive in this game. 17 MP? It was like 4 in FF4. Why is it so expensive? Jesus. Alright, I don't know what Esper to give to Gao. Because he's realistically not going to use any of these. I guess we'll just give him Kieran. Because I don't want to take Siren off of the lock. Okay. Everyone is front row. Actually, I might be able to put Sellers in the back. What about... Could put the Genji Glove on Sabin, but you're only ever going to use Blitz, so that's probably a waste. I don't think it affects your blitzes. So we'll keep the Gigas Glove and the Hyper Wrist. I hate that I have the Genji Glove and just no one to put it on. I don't know what I would give to you, Gao. Confusion is bad on Gao, because that could be deadly, so we'll give you the Peace Ring. Guess the Fairy Ring as well. I mean, there is a world that maybe if I give the Genji Glove to Sabin, does more damage than he would with his blitzes. But those blitzes are very strong. So I don't feel super confident in that. Give the Twist Headbands. Got the Green Beret. Alright. Rollouts. Yeah. We'll keep Locke as the protagonist. His voice is easy to do. What is your attack currently? 384 is a lot. Okay. I don't know why I used Runic. How does that compare to Meteor Strike? If it hits, which clearly it did not. Oh, he absorbs poison. Interesting. Oh, that said magic AP 2. Is that the, ability points? Whoops. Yes. So the acquisition is, I guess it multiplies the AP? That makes sense. We got 2 times 7. That's 14%. Okay. So you need 100 progress, each AP equals 1%. And the acquisition multiplies it. Alright. It's actually pretty fast then for some of these. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. have I not seen? Let's try Silver Lobo. Nice crits. Alright, try to hit the bug again, which does not work. Lower cannon. Or not. Alright, hang on. I have to see how much Meteor Strike does now. Because if it's not much more than his basic attack, he does actually stand to gain quite a bit from Genji Glove basic attack. I have 92. Okay, so it's about 200 more damage, which isn't that much. Now the real question is, if I unequip those, does it fuck everything up? I can keep the Hyper Wrist on. I can keep the Gigas Glove on because that might affect his blitzes. Give it the Genji Glove. Means you can dual wield claws. We can buy a better one for you, I believe. I have 22,000 gil. When the hell did that happen? I guess we did do a lot of fights in that, in Zozo. I need to do another test. Alright, well, back attack is annoying. Alright, so now your blitz does 552. Warp that, nice. But your basic attack does less by a lot. Oh shit, you're right, Doppel. I forgot about the clock. You're 100% correct. What did I get rid of? I got rid of the Hyper Wrist. Let's try putting the Hyper Wrist back on and seeing if that's the thing that affects damage more than the Gigas Glove. The Gigas Glove being specifically physical damage is really vague. I don't like. What's your attack like now? Okay, so that was what, 450, not counting the fire? Keep trying it on the flying enemies and it keeps not working. Okay. So the attacks can do more damage. They do about 350 by default, and then with the fire procs, it could do more. And that's with the old claw, so I could get him a better claw. So it probably does more if I do it this way, okay. Yeah, I'm using, well, I don't think Gao was casting Break. Was he casting Break? I thought it was the Wasp. But if that was Gao casting Break, then I think I was actually farming MP off of him, yeah. That was a complete accident. Wow, her cure is powerful. Oh, it shows you the magic you're learning in the magic list. That's nice. It was over here, right? He's still floating. Let me, try that again. Helps the Dark Winds. Tries to use Break here. We've got the Runic on. Yeah, she is absorbing Gao's stuff. Interesting. She also absorbs allied magic. Huh. Good to know. That could be a good combo. Yeah, that's like 350 to 400 damage for a basic attack. Versus Meteor Strike. It's 497, yeah, so it's only a little bit stronger. Lock, Learn Sleep, and Sabine Learn Thunder. We also have the Dragoon Boots. Yeah, since if we're changing him to use basic attacks, I could use the Dragoon Boots. The issue is that I'm losing a lot of strength off the Hyper Wrist. I'm losing 23 points of strength, which is quite a bit. Maybe jump increases the damage? I guess we'll find out. God, it's so hot here. I've been sleeping like shit because we have a huge heat wave that's going to last until Sunday. I've been dying. Where the hell is Sabin? Alright, well he did it on the vanished enemy, so that was pointless. Also takes a long time to come down. What temperature is it for me? I can tell you right now. It is currently... Update my weather app. Of course he vanished immediately. 19 degrees Celsius. It is 10 o'clock. Oh, there we go. 392, okay. And that didn't look like it hit twice, so I don't think the Genji Glove stacks with that. It's been 30 degrees, high of 30 degrees, like all week. And it's hit that high, I think, every day since Wednesday. But starting on Sunday, it's supposed to start raining, which should drop the temperature down. But yeah, 20 degrees at night is awful, because we do not have AC. It is currently 40 degrees Celsius here at 9:30 p.m. That is truly awful. Do you live in, like, Arizona or somewhere like there, where man never should have made civilization? Because that sounds terrible. Yes, I guessed correctly. To be fair, that's like the only place I know with like large cities that is sinfully hot. Alright, so Dragoon gloves don't work with the Genji glove. But that does mean we could potentially mix it up. The only issue is I don't like how long he's in the air. But I suppose if we make him do enough damage, it doesn't really matter. And that does protect him as well. So let's try not using the Genji glove and just using the Dragoon boots and the Hyper Wrist and see what the damage is there. This is the wrong one. This is the hour hand, right? Whoops. Yeah, Gao can't use the Dragoon boots because he doesn't have the attack action. Which is unfortunate. .345. I don't think it's affected by strength. Because that was the same as the other. There we go. There's some more HP. A lock. Okay, so the Hyper Wrist doesn't work with the Dragoon boots. Is it affected by the Gigas Glove? Is it considered a physical attack? Of which its power may be increased? We can try it and find out. Alright, so it's 6 o'clock. The seconds is 50. The minutes is 2, right? Yeah, because he says it's missing the minute hand, but he's a liar, so it's not. So it's 6, 20, 50? Oh, where the hell is the lock again? Oh, it's up here. It's the inn. Dragoon boots are affected by weapons. Spears are best, obviously. You know, that does track. Oh, sorry, yes. The seconds is 10. Right you are. Or the, well, no, because the hours is 6, because it's the one that was missing from the guys. The minutes is 2, because that's the one that's the clock that's in the weapon shop. And the seconds is 50. Or was it the minutes that were not visible? Yeah, no, it's the seconds that are 50, right? I'll try both. I might have gotten mixed up. I forget which is which. One of them is right. Surely. It is affected by the Gigas Glove. Okay. So it seems abilities that do not scale off of stats, but can be affected by the stuff that is affects magic power or physical power, or magic attacks and physical attacks. Interesting. My recollection, it's 6:10:50. Oh no, you're right, because it's the minutes, not the... Yeah, you're right. It's 6:10:50. Because the minutes hand is pointing to 2, and the minutes obey the same rules as the seconds. I am a dumbass. Oh, Celicate my sleep spell? You're right, I did not, Now that I know that can happen, I do have to, be aware of that. I've not been thinking about that. That is, a way, I suppose, to move MP from other people to Celis. Alright, so... Yeah, maybe the Dragoons are not great for Sabin. But I think we can keep the... Genji Glove and the Hyper Wrist. It was 5 MP worth? What is the... Okay, so it absorbs the entire MP cost. His sleep is 5. It's a perfect transformation, which is good. I do want him to focus on regular attacks, because jump is really slow. So if it's based on weapon, then he's probably not the best for it. I don't know who would be the best for it. Probably Celis at this point. I imagine swords are a little better, but I don't know. Runic is just Osmose with extra steps? Kinda. Hey. Here we go. A chainsaw! That's for Edgar! Alright. Damages or instantly dispatches an enemy. Yep. That is the... one of his best tools, I believe. I can't remember if the damage on it is still good compared to the drill. I think the drill is still better for single target damage, but if you get the instant death to proc, that is pretty nice. Alright, well, that's bad timing. It does more damage than the drill? Perfect. That's what I like to see. Just really hoping she would get Runic out before she cast. That sucks. Oh, you're in the fucking back row. We haven't tried Bomb yet. Let's try Bomb. Gets to boss that's immune to death, drills more consistent but comparable damage. That makes sense. It also ignores defense, which is probably better in the long run. I believe. Great, I can go out onto the balcony. What the hell for? Alright. Oh, they both ignore defense. Oh. Well then, chainsaw is probably just better. That is fine by me. It's got to upgrade eventually because it doesn't scale up stats. So if it doesn't upgrade, we're kind of shit out of luck. We didn't see what Bomb did. I assume it's a kamikaze attack. Oh no, it just does damage. Alright, we gotta go get a better weapon for Sabin. That'll help his damage quite a bit because that Mythril Claw is very old. I think it's a starting gear. One of these was AoE. Which was it? Is it Templar? It was like an aura spell. Yeah. Whoops. Well, you know what? I get MP back for that, so you know it's not terrible. I meant to AoE cast that. It's fine. If the fire procs on the Burning Knuckles, then it's definitely better. That is if. Hey, Cure and Libra on Gao. Not terribly useful, but that's fine. Wonder if Red Mage is in this game? I don't believe so, no. The only party members that we haven't seen are... I can't remember if Sid is a party member in this game. I want to say he is, but I don't know for sure, and I know he's not a Red Mage. And Shadow is not currently in the party. I think there are no other... Oh, and Setzer. But Setzer's a gambler. Is he already done with Siren? Oh, he is. Damn. Well, his HP has caught up, so we can swap that around. Do we particularly care about the one on you? No. Because you're not going to be using any casting whatsoever, so we can swap that to you. Give Locke. Aaron. Do Siren. I have not tried summoning yet, no. It takes a lot of MP. Which is why I've kind of stayed away from it. But eventually. Oh, Kieran is a party-wide regen. Oh. I guess I'm too used to Kieran from Monster Hunter just being a lightning motherfucker. That's Ramu's thing in this. 8 Sith is confused. 28 MP is rough. Yeah, Ramu is the lightning. How many do we have? Get up to 30k. Yeah, K-Sith is a noise blaster. We can do that for free on Edgar. But it's nice to have it on someone else, potentially. Oops, no, this is right. Alright, let's buy the Kaiser Knuckles, because these are comparatively cheap right now. Since we have Mug, let's get Moonring Blade, since we're not using the Genji Glove on him. I'm gonna get the Kodachi, because we have the money for it, and we might get Shadow Semi soon, maybe? I forget when he pops in and when he pops out. I know how to keep him in the party. I remember that from the playthrough. Yeah, if it's anything like other games, Moonring Blade is a ranged weapon that can be used from the back. Which is, what I want to do. The Kaiser Knuckles. Jesus, the Burning Fist is really strong. You can get it back at a pub, apparently. Okay. I know he's at the pub in, South Figaro? Is that it? That's the first place you see him, anyways. So he might show up at another pub. probably put Sabin up. Well, yeah, we'll put Sabin up. No, we'll keep Locke there. He's in the back row, she should be taking less damage anyways. Again, I'm kind of working on the assumption that there's row aggro in this game, but I don't think there is. I think it is just random. Get a bunch of these. We should get some of these for people. 2 for... Oh, the ninja gear is better. And cheaper. Another 2 of those. Get the Mythor vests to the other folks. There we go. Okay. Do we need to keep the earring on you, Sellers, or can we maybe mix it up? We gave the haste shoes to Cyan, I believe, who I think still has it. I would have to go back and get those. That would be all the way back to Narsh, which I don't want to do. It's a long way to go. There we go. We can sell a bunch of these. Keep 2, I guess. Cash back. Alright. Let's save real fast. Is it the auction house we need to go to, or is it the mansion? I think it might be the mansion. Or maybe we just have to go directly to the opera house. Oh, he's freaking out. Maria? Me? Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. Still, you could pass for Maria in a heartbeat. Oh dear, we're really in trouble this time. Sellers looks like Maria? Little pose. Alright, so now I think we can... Oh. That man must have dropped this. That man is the director of the troupe that performs at the Opera House. Everyone just calls him Impresario. He's been in a tizzy ever since that letter arrived. Dearest Maria, I've decided to take you as my wife, so I'll be coming to kidnap you, the Wandering Gambler. I know who that is. Who's this wandering what's-his-face? Were you born on a farm, son? I have to think of a voice for Setzer. A gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality aboard his airship, the Blackjack. Setzer. You can get the Blackjack in 14. It's, I think, 4 million MGP, which is the gold saucer stuff. I can't afford it. I haven't bought it. Texas Cowboy? Sure. It'll be unique at least. That would be Setzer of the world's only airship. If we had that airship, we'd have our way into the Empire. Let's set up a meeting with this Setzer. Upon chat request, Setzer is now from Texas. He's now a riverboat gambler. Yeehaw. So many back attacks in this game. Oh, I probably could have stayed at the inn. Yeah, I should go back and do that. It's for the best. How much does your fire do, Locke? Probably not very much. Yep. You're doing something to dehydrated? Sounds good. Stay hydrated, folks. Important. Well, I got this bad boy right here. Alright, where's the end? It's expensive, but that's fine. We have the money. For now. There we go, that's better damage. I asked this before, but is Gao Blue Mage? He's a Blue Mage equivalent, yeah. There's like 3-4 Blue Mages in 6 for some reason. There's Realm, there's Gogo, there's Rao, and I can't remember if Strago is a party member or not. But he is also a Blue Mage. For whatever reason, this game went hard on them. I guess people really liked them in 5, so they were like, let's give more. Ah, this is you again! Are Cyan's moves on 14 Samurai? I think some of them are. I don't know how many, but I believe some of them. Read that letter, so Setzer is coming to snatch Maria away. He'll probably appear right at the climax of the first act. He loves to make an entrance. Perfect. When he shows up, we'll jump out and nab him. Dear me, no! You'll ruin the performance! I'll lose my job! But if you don't do anything... Do you see my conundrum? I want the performance to be a success, but I don't want Maria to be abducted. I say we let him take her. We'll use a decoy. Once he's got her, we'll follow him right back to his airship. And if all goes well, we should be able to commandeer it. Are you mad? If anything should happen to Maria. That's why we use the decoy. We can hide Maria some way safe. Come again? You said yourself that Celes looks like Maria. Now, just a minute. She can be our Maria. She can be our Maria. We'll let Setzer kidnap her and lead us to his airship. Brilliant! Hold on here. I'm a former general, not some opera floozy. Me. Do re mi fa. Ma. Ri. Ah. That's the spirit. Oh, God. I got my own little surprise planned for y'all, just like Setzer. It'll be tons of fun. If Setzer's the one with the airship, where's Sid at? Sid, I think, is... part of the Empire. It's the reason why Sid in 14 is originally from Garlemald. I believe that this is where they pulled that from. Better get to work. We've got to make a star out of you, Celis. Isn't anyone gonna read it? I think that's how it is in this game. It's also similar to Sid in 12. Oh god, I guess I have to voice this, huh? The war between the East and the West was growing more violent by the day. Draco, a soldier from the West, thinks of his love, Maria, back at home. Is that opera pit full of only bassists? Yeah. They've got magic. They can make those sound like a horn, I guess. Those look like 3D assets. That actually... How, it wasn't 6? I'd have to compare. Wait. It's actually voiced in this? In the Pixel remaster, they voiced it? Oh, that's awesome! Hell yeah! It's also got like a tilt to it. This looks like a 3D scene. I think they redid a lot of this scene for the remaster. Again, I have to go back and watch the original scene. I don't remember it very well. Nope. I'm gonna go check on things in the dressing room. Oh, I hope this works. I want to see this scene in 14. That would actually be super cool if they had their own opera cutscene. Oh, why is everyone singing? Wow, pretty song, pretty song. All right. That would be a lot of fun. I don't know how they would work that into the story, but I'm sure they could find a way. People would kill to have Y'shtola in an opera. The fan service would never end. It would also be really funny if Urianger was part of it. He would be so into it. Those are really the only two I could see realistically taking part in it. I don't know where the dressing room is. I suppose it's this way, right? That's where Celes went. Wook Lamont in the opera? They're, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but she is actually part of a performance in the MSQ. Have you always been that pretty? Locke, why did you stand up for me when you did? Guess I'm tired of standing by and doing nothing while I lose the girls I like. Am I just a replacement for her? That ribbon looks nice on you. I have to go on stage soon. This next scene's an important one. Maria starts to worry that something's happened to Draco and pours her feelings into song. Didn't you check the score one last time? Read the score. Scene. Oh, God. Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part? Promises of perennial love, yet sing here in my heart. Is this a minigame? Oh, there's a lot of them. This is where you pick up the flowers, climb the stairs, and toss the bouquet from the highest balcony. Be sure to finish by the end of the interlude. This isn't much time before the start of scene 2. Okay, hang on. Oh, my hero, my beloved, shall we still be made to part? The promises of perennial love, yet sing here in my heart. I'm the darkness through the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair, I offer this prayer to you, my evening star. Must my final vows exchanged by you with him and not with you? Or are you only here to quiet my fear? Oh, speak, guide me anew. Okay, guide me anew, then pick up, toss the bouquet from the highest balcony. Yeah, you were here for the part of the MSQ, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone who wasn't. Just for the people in chat. Alright, so it's on the one that ends with a new. Guide me anew. Alright. I hope I don't have to remember the lines, because I'm not gonna. Memorization is my weak point. This is a 3D asset. Western armies were defeated, and Maria's castle fell into the hands of the East. Forced to wed the Eastern Prince Ralsei, Maria still thinks only of Draco as she gazes at the stars each night. They definitely remade this for the remaster. Oh, fuck. That's so cool that they actually voiced it in the remaster. Oh, thank you, Dobble. First, second, and first lines. Okay, that one's easy. I wonder who did the voices for this. I wonder if it's anyone I know. Less of an opera. Oh, yeah, okay. So the first line was the only one I wasn't super sure on. The next two were very obvious. Does that mean Celes technically has a canon voice actor? Come, Maria, dance with me. I don't know the second scene. Toss the bouquet. I believe if you chose the second and the third, it's Prince Ralsei. Oh, I hate him. So does everyone else. Oh, thank God you remember the line, Celes, because I don't. Get it wrong, you'll be kicked out of the opera house, re-enter, and the director will let you try again, make 4 mistakes, and it's game over. Brutal. You just die in shame. Kafka wins. I wonder why they chose to make a 3D asset for this scene, rather than just making a updated asset, like a 2D asset, sprite. That's the word I'm looking for. Because it was it 3D in the original? That seems advanced for the time. 95? 96?
Prince Ralsei is looking for his dance partner. Please leave the past behind. Our kingdom is part of the East now.
It was 2D. Okay, that's what I figured. I wonder why they chose to do it this way. Because it feels like it would be more work. Just to make it extra special. I mean, yeah, if they're going to go through the trouble of actually voicing it, that's fair. Pull out all the stops. It's an iconic scene, so makes sense. People complain that Silas doesn't have an opera singer voice. Oh, you mean the disgraced Imperial General who has no theatrical training, sings like she's in a High School Musical? My immersion. Makes perfect sense she can't sing. She's not an opera singer. You were wonderful, Celis. Hey, first try. Alright, is there anything else in here? As usual, gamers are whiny piss babies. Water remains wet. I owe you guys one, so I'm gonna jam up your opera. Ultras. Uh-oh. Better tell the impresario. Is there anything down here? Yeah, I think we're good. Also saying her voice is too high, but she's 18. She's 18 in this game? An Imperial General at 18? What? I mean, this is the 90s. The mid-90s were rife with teenagers being in positions they shouldn't be. That was just kind of a trope back then, which continued well into the mid-2000s. Wild. Also, I don't know if gamers... Well, I actually know this question. Gamers never interact with women. Some women have just high voices. I guarantee you who voiced Celes is older than 18. The actual voice actress who did that scene. Willing to bet she's mid-20s at least. People should post less so they stop embarrassing themselves. What? No, what? Oh, God, that was fast. Impossible! Attack! I had a half second to read the first line. I'm fast, I'm not that fast. Wait! English one sounds out-of-tune, but the voice sounds exactly like the Japanese singer. I mean, they probably produced, well, a little bit of all of this. Doesn't sound super auto-tune, but... It'd be really funny if Marco Meatball was a part of this. He's a content creator on YouTube who was a former opera singer, and I know he's a big fan of Final Fantasy, especially FF14. Draco, not Draco? It's... any pronunciation works. But how is he planning to disrupt the opera? With that? Hannah Grace voice sellers. Huh, there you go. I don't recognize that voice. Or that name. Let's see if Maria can shrug this off. It's simpler than I thought. It's gonna take me 5 minutes to push this thing off. Which means I have 5 minutes to get up there? We haven't a second to lose. Talk to the sagehand in the room on the right. He'll help you get up there. Leave it to us. Yep, 5 minutes. All right. Plenty of time. Yep, Rosario sent you. You need to get up to the catwalks. Lower the switch on the far right, but don't touch any of the others. Oh, but I really want to, though. So I'm going to quick save. Boop. And the lights off. All right. Now we want those on. We want people to be able to see what I'm about to do to Ultros. Oh, it's the same no matter what. Oh, okay. That's bad. Oh no. All part of the show. You gotta press the buttons. Ah, that's the bark button. Cool. Oh, I have to get it from the left side. Oops. Run, Sabin! We blew a minute on shenanigans. Oh, these are battles, and I assume it keeps ticking down. Yeah, it's under my face cam. Oh, and I don't have my main AoE damage dealer. Alright, that's fine. We have Gao here. You have magic now, so I guess we can do some AoE. Oh, that's so bad. Sabin, your magic is ass. If they only can accurately tell their own strength and give them an accurate time for how long that's left. Not freeze hours, yeah. You have 5 minutes. 5 episodes later. I love DBZ, but it was never great with time. Oh, more starts showing up. Oh, I should just leave then. Fuck this shit. Can't run away, alright. There we go. Blink of an eye, 2 years pass, yep. Time skip, classic. Hurry! I have less time than I thought. Because I fucked around. Okay, I got sleep. Nice. Never mind, we're good. Her? Oh, rats. Yep. Back on stage. Improvise. Oh no, this'll never do. Those two flattened, there's no one to win the girl. How can the story possibly continue? Get up, Locke. Yeah! My man! Neither Draco nor Ralsei will win Celes' hand. It is I, Locke, the world's premier adventurer, who shall take her as my wife. Forget that I called her Celes and not Maria. They're like, yeah, it's new. Oh dear, what dreadful acting.
Silence, knave. You stand in the presence of octopus royalty. A low-born thief like you could never defeat me. I challenge you to a duel.
We might as well make the most of this. Music!
It's me again. Long time no see. Did you miss me?
Alright, this is gonna be rough because we have no healer. Alright, let's try Aura Cannon because Meteor Strike is not gonna work. Oh, and I didn't restock on potions. Alright, we have high potions, it's okay. Alright, it's gonna be less okay. Yeah, there was 1k damage on the cat scratch. We got lucky. Ooh, another one.
Thwart it again. I feel like such a sucker.
Oh, wow, 2 hits from cat scratch was enough. Jesus. Oh, is this Setzer?
Hold it right there. My compliments on the most impressive performance.
I guess if he's a riverboat, he's gonna have like more of a, I don't know what kind of accent, Georgian accent? I don't know what it's called.
Setzer. I'm a man of my word, impresario. I'm taking Maria.
Wow.
Unforeseen twists at every turn. Just as we think Maria is to become Locke's new bride, she is dragged off by Setzer instead. What fate lies in store for her now? Be sure to come back and see part 2.
I'm sure the reviews on this opera are going to be stellar.
Ending was a little weird, but boy was it entertaining. Don't worry, I'll give you plenty of attention later.
I forgot how much of a creep Setzer is. Certainly was unique. Oh. Sure. Yeah, she had her uniform under her costume, I guess. What a performance! You're a great fake actress, Celis. Enough. But the real show starts now. It's time for Act 2. Where's Setzer? He should be right back.
What are you doing in here? You're not Maria, are you?
Setzer, we need your help. We need to get to Vector. Your ship is the only...
If you're not Maria, then we have nothing to talk about.
Wait! We heard that your ship is the finest vessel in the world. And that you are the world's greatest gambler. And Gao's here too.
My brother's the King of Figaro. If you help us, I can ask him to reward you. Come with me.
Then you'll...
Don't misunderstand me. I still haven't said I'll help you. I say. Business has been awfully slow lately, thanks to the Empire.
You're not the only one suffering. The Empire has been toppling towns and villages left and right. They're abusing their Magitech power and trying to take over the world.
Maybe you want to be a slave to the Empire, but I sure don't.
We're at least right. We're at least together in hating the Empire, right? So please.
You know, I think you may even be cuter than Maria.
Huh?
Alright. If you If Sellers becomes my wife, I'll help you. Otherwise...
What? Are you crazy? Fine.
Great, it's settled.
On one condition. We flip this coin. If it's heads, you help us. If it's tails, I'm yours. Isn't the deal that we're gonna do both? I mean, it's gonna be a rigged coin, but still. Well, Mr. Gambler?
I like it. I accept.
Sellers, are you serious? You marry that guy. Ready? Get the ref to check it. Heads, I win. Now it's time for you to hold up your end of the bargain.
A valuable trinket indeed. I've never seen a double-headed coin before.
You haven't? As a guy who makes his living gambling, surely you would have thought of one day making a double-headed coin. I guess he's a very honest gambler. Is Gambler in 14's new zone thing is a phantom job? I don't believe so, no, not currently. It's not one of the included ones. I'm afraid you've been hustled, Mr. Gambler, but that's part of the game now, isn't it?
Ha! How low can you stoop? I love it. All right, I'll help you. Gambling against the Empire with nothing to lose but my life. I haven't felt so excited in years. My life's a chip in your pile. Ante up.
See plenty of double-headed things. I can't believe this clunky old thing can fly. You sure it'll stay in the air?
When things fall, they fall. Life's a game of chance. You play your cards and fate plays hers.
I can't help but notice you didn't answer my fucking question, but alright. They'll spot us in the air from miles away if we try to fly this thing into the Empire. We better land a safe distance away.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll stay on board and keep the ship ready to take off at a moment's notice.
Here it is. Garlemald. Actually kind of looks closer to Midgard than Garlemald. Holy shit! Yeah, that's definitely Midgard. Or Midgar, not Midgard. Midgard is Norse mythology. Is Garlemald a mapped area in 14? Yes, it's in Endwalker. Taking off, perform the opera and obtain the airship. Hey, hell yeah. Alright, onwards. Alright, we got a lot of places to go. Airship already? Apparently so. Oh, I can buy stuff here, thank God. Oh, I can't buy regular potions anymore. Alright, fuck me, I guess. A couple more high potions, I guess. The regular ship first, no file crystal shenanigans? No, not in this game. In this game, they really only give you the airship, I think. There's no, like, multiple vehicles that I can think of. This game kind of did away with that. It comes back in 7. Because 7 has a bunch of vehicles, but I think 8 and on, they kind of just give them a airship right away. Actually, that's not true. 8 had 2 vehicles. I forgot about the Ragnarok. In the OG, this was the only place to buy Elixir, if I recall. Looks like they rebalanced it and took it away. Oh, okay. I kind of see why. Elixirs are pretty strong. Give me my submarine. The submarine is always fun because it's like, it's not just a way of traversing the map, it's unlocking a new map. I always like the submarine. But not in this game. Round it up to 10. Alright. What else we got up here? Ah, need to unequip some party members. That is very useful. Those not currently in my party, please. There we go. That means we should have the Hermes sandals. Okay. Who do we want to give that to? Gao actually would benefit quite a bit from haste. We'll give him the ribbon and the Hermes sandals. Keeping you the same. I don't think there's anything better for me than the earring right now. Yeah. Peace ring could be handy. Yeah, you know what? We'll give her the peace ring because if she gets berserker confused, it's hard to undo that. Or if someone else... that happens to someone else, she can deal with it. And we're still keeping this. Alright. Oh, I don't know why you have the iron helm. I thought we changed that. Greenbird is. Why is there no music up here? That's ominous. Xerxella is, God forbid she has the rune blade. Yeah, God forbid, because that would mean that she would drain all of her MP, then she'd be useless. Alright, nothing else in here. Let's go. Oh wait, hang on. Anything in here? Oh, just back in here. Yeah, I haven't talked to the guy on the left. Go talk to him. Refreshments? Oh, HP and MP? Aha, okay. Fantastic. We can just get a free heal there. Alright, where are we? Albrook. Looking friendly. Let's see. Venom Claws. Might cast poison upon striking the enemy. Ooh, that could be good. Another ninja sword. What? And we'll get the Venom Claws as well. I believe poison does do damage, which means that you have a chance for a double proc on Sabin, which would be very, very good. Oh, this is Ultimate Weapon. Two weapons known as Ultimate Weapons were used during the War of the Magi 1,000 years ago. One was a sword whose blade formed its wielder's strength, or formed from its wielder's strength. The other was a monster born for destruction. Ah, so they have both. Fun. Find excellent weapons and armor in the shops in Sen to the north and Miranda to the west. Good to know. Priest's Miter. Ooh, raises max MP by an 1/8. Okay. It's 3,000 gil though, which is a little pricey. Oh, that's cruel. For an 1/8 more MP, I think we're doing pretty good on MP values, so... In fact, we have a shit ton of MP. For what we're usually casting. If we started summoning, I guess we would burn through pretty fast, but we're not doing that. Why is this song playing in here? Why is this shop so much more happy than the other ones? Amulets. Prevents poison, darkness, and zombie. That could be good. Cause bar? Is there a bar back here? Always check the clock for elixirs. Ah, okay. Probably don't even have any money. Alright, enjoy yourselves, fellas. Ah, I see it's a connected shop. Alright, inns over there. Items over here. Can you guys let me buy potions? Nope. Alright. You're in the second half, right? The second half of the game? No. We are not in Act 2. Alright. Let's try going east. What's this one? Imperial Observation Post. Not yet. I want to see the other towns. Jokers? Oh, these guys think we live in a society. Parasol? Keep me with the Kirby power. Is that a spear? Yeah, where'd you get that? Alright. Anyways. That's just part of the Templar attack moveset? I guess it is. Wyvern and Dawn. Ooh, got Dragoon boots from the Wyvern. You know what? That tracks. Now that I say that out loud, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, poison does do damage in this game. Hell yeah. Sabin learned Rising Phoenix. That is in 14. That is a monk move. Gotta learn slow. We haven't maxed out on any Espers yet, have we? I think it says in the party screen, so. Right there. What does that blitz do? Ah, our proper AoE blitz. Perfect. That make Nidhogg a Dragoon by proxy? He's not a Dragoon, but he is a dragon. Or are they called dragons straight up in 14, or they have a weird name for them? I think they're like Dravanians. Or some shit. He's a dragon. We all know what dragon means. Half circle back X, alright. Vector, okay, so Vector is here. Which is where we want to go, I think. FF Wiki is using the absolute worst version of 6 for the screenshots. Yeah, the FF Wiki is not the best wiki out there, unfortunately. It's okay. learned fire. Okay, so now Gao's maxed out on Siren. Let's see. Oops. We're almost done on Thundara. Getting there. I think we'll just have to leave it for a bit. Getting more HP for him is not the worst. Okay, but they could at least use a version of the game people don't hate. Yeah, I mean, I think they typically go for the most recent version. But I don't think they've updated for the Pixel remasters. But I don't know. They just do whatever. This, Zen? Yes, okay. The hell are you doing? Alright, so... Boomerang. Okay. It's only slightly better than the Moonring Blade. +7? Best version of this game is the GBA one? Why the GBA one specifically? Yeah, it's not terribly good. Oh, extra content? I guess that's fair. I've heard that the extra content for Final Fantasy games is very hit or miss, so I haven't really been interested in checking them out. Oh, you can just buy Hermes sandals, huh? For 7K. It's not cheap, but that's pretty good value. One's probably enough, though. There's a lot of competition for accessory slots. Priest's Mitre, Mithril Helm. It's pretty much the same as what's in the other place. It's for Celes, Edgar, and Cyan. What a weird spread. I mean, it is an upgrade for Celes. If I get one of each, it's 5,000. I could probably afford that. As long as we never see fans of the mobile version of FF6, we'll be good. I did technically play the mobile port of the 3D remake of FF3 as my first FF game. Way back on iOS. Never beat it. But whatever gets you into the series. Edgar and Cyan are naked, so all equipment should be Green Arrow. Yeah, but the fact that they can wear it, but Locke, Sabin, and Gao can't. But Celes, Edgar, and Cyan can. It's a weird spread, because normally when there's a limiter like that, it's because it's for, like, female armor and then male armor. Like the white dress and stuff. But, those three is weird. FF6 mobile port looks like butt. To be fair, I don't think a lot of people are playing Final Fantasy for the visuals. That's, if for the fans of the series they care about it, but for me it's like the least important thing. As far as a retro RPG goes. When you play stuff from the 90s, you just kind of assume it's going to look like shit. Where do I put the Mithril Helm on? I actually don't want to put it on anybody. I'll just leave that. I forgot that the Green Berets are also have the HP increase. With Free Smiter, doesn't dancing people mean they can wear it? It's just defense boost for those 3 people. Check. Oh, you're right, you're right. I was looking at the arrows, I wasn't seeing if they were dancing. You're 100% correct. Although Sabin can't wear the Mithril Helm? I mean, the Ninja Gear makes sense because these are all the 3 agile guys. Edgar and Cyan are like armor. Can you post a link how fugly it looks? Sure. Yeah, no spoil. I mean, I've already played this game, so not gonna be any spoilers for me. I know most of what happens. Oh yeah, they do the they do. I'll show chat this. Oh, whoops, I have to. They do the cheap up-resing thing where they just blur the pixels together. It's fine. I don't think it's that ugly. They did it a lot worse in the Chrono Trigger up-res. Yeah, I don't mean like they actually like used a program to blur it. I mean they just took the pixel art and then redrew them. That's what I mean. The Chrono Trigger one, I don't know if they redrew it. I think they did actually just use a program to blur everything, but yeah. I know what you mean. I don't hate it. I really don't think it looks that bad. The UI looks like shit, but that's expected. I also have pretty... I mean, when it comes to visuals in games, it takes a lot to make me impressed. But also, on the other hand, it takes a lot to make me think it looks horrible. Visuals are just not something I typically care about. For the most part, they're there, and as long as I can tell what's going on, that's fine. It's a nice bonus when they're nice, but... The only 2 games I can think of that visually, like, really impress me are Okami and Ghost of Tsushima. Everything else is fine. Alright, well, there was not as much here as I wanted. So I guess we can check what's over here. 13 impressed you when it came out? Yeah, if you're definitely keeping up as far as like the visual upgrades over the years, I could definitely see that. But I was a hand-me-down gamer, so I was always like a generation behind. So I just, as a result, never cared about visuals. The things that impress me are art design, where you've got a really good style and it fits well into the gameplay, which is why I love Okami and Ghost of Tsushima. That's where they shine. Yeah, I didn't have a modern console until I think high school, which was the Xbox 360, which I think was a couple years old at the time. Before then, I had an N64, a GameCube, and a PS2. So it wasn't until like it's like the mid-2010s that I had a modern console. Early to mid-2010s. I see that a lot with FF10. People who played FF10 when it came out were like super impressed by it. That's why it made such a splash. I don't know why I keep using Runic for Celas. These guys aren't casting magic. I'm blind to 14's aesthetic. I kind of am, unironically. I think 14 makes a good use of its art design, but if you really break it down, that game graphically looks like kind of like shit. It does look better now. They updated the graphics with the lighting, which went a long way. It used to look a decent amount worse, but it never really bothered me. Admittedly, I don't like the way World of Warcraft looks. I've never been a fan of that art style. Which is why I never ended up trying it out. 10 makes a splash. Was that a Blitzball reference? Maybe. "14 looks good in the context of it being like 10 years old." Yeah, that's true, Waffle. For a 10-year-old game that was made mostly as a complete disaster at first, that was later salvaged. Looks pretty good. I like how OSRS looks. I don't know what that is. Yoshi P made this in a cave with a box of scraps. Yeah, he was given a box of scraps. That was the game. Oh, old school RuneScape. Yeah, I played old school RuneScape like once or twice when I was in, I think, elementary school, but I just didn't understand what the fuck was happening, and I was too young to know any better, so I quit pretty fast. I have no plans on getting into it now, and I don't think I have ever been in a position where I would enjoy RuneScape. That's sort of that old, like, classic MMO experience, and I don't like MMOs. 14 is the notable exception for being mostly a single-player game. Oh, I fucked up. I think I missed the last input. With 300 damage, I don't think it's worth using the Rune Blade. I think I should just use magic. Yeah, the visual update for Dawntrail with 7.0 for 14 did add a lot. Like I said, it looks notably better than it did before. But I still played the entire game for hundreds upon hundreds of hours before that update. And they do a lot because they understand that, you know, graphical technology is one thing, but knowing your art design and like properly utilizing, you know, shapes and colors without just relying on the technology goes a long way. There were still a lot of places in 14 before the graphical update that looked great, just because they made it like look good without the technology, right? It was about the design. Looks better now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there is a playtime command in 14. It is /playtime. Last I checked it, I have 2,200 hours, 2,200. The majority, I think, of my hours were put in the first 8 months I played it, because I was hardcore addicted to it. I think I put in 1,200 hours in 8 months. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. $1,400 hours, maybe? Somewhere around there. Yeah, we'll stay. I loved the game, but I was not playing it healthily. Now it is very much a on a whim thing, which I kind of like it that way. You're over 5,000, I think. I believe that, Waffle, because you were hardcore raiding for a while, and that adds a lot of playtime. That's a big commitment, which is probably why you got burned out. I stopped before that. Fucking casual. Those are rookie numbers. Mithril Mail. Defense plus 51. That is not that much more than what we currently have. We're good. Yep. Sometimes people ask if I still play, and I just reply, no, I got better. That's the accurate rating experience. You do it until you no longer play the game that you used to like. Happens to every MMO, not just 14. Is that a dogfighting ring? I think it is, yeah. The Imperials are not nice people, believe it or not. Yeah, your new addiction is Uma Musume. Ah, there's the spear, and apparently it's Edgar only. Well, I guess I'll get one. If we ever decide to not use a tool command on him, I guess we can put the Dragoon boots. I think the Uma Musume craze has died down in global. People are still playing it, obviously, but I have stopped hearing about it constantly. Well, it'll settle into a more normal player base. That's good. Also started playing the GBF gacha again. I don't think you've ever actually stopped playing that game, because you bring it up almost every time you're in chat. Saw a meme about Radon from Elden Ring being a player of that game. That's funny. Alright. And we have something over here. A Litwar chicken. That's a basilisk, but alright. I stop for days, sometimes weeks at a time. That doesn't mean you've stopped playing the game. That just means you don't play it constantly. Stopping playing the game means uninstalling it. You fucking dork. Gacha game terms, that's the same thing? No, it isn't. You are an addict. I stopped playing PGR and I haven't played it in months. As well as Wandering Waves. Oh, there's just a Chocobo stable here, that's it? Oh. Alright. I like gambling, I know you do. I still have Elden Ring installed, but I haven't touched it in months. I think I might also have Elden Ring installed, but I haven't touched it in, I think, over a year. No, I did uninstall it. I played it literally once on stream, and I have not played it ever again. Not that I hated it, but it left something to be desired. Yeah, I last played it May 16th, 2023. There's a bunch of games I have installed that I stopped playing, but I also plan to go back to them at some point. Or I eventually uninstall them. Getting a lot of these Dragoon boots. Uma did break my 5 to 7 year streak of not spending on a gacha, though. That's fair. I was a pretty regular spender on PGR. Because I was fairly heavily invested, but as time went on, I just wasn't invested in the story anymore. I kept waiting for it to get good, and it eventually did, but it took way too long. I got burned out. And if you're not invested in the story of a gacha, I don't think you have much of a future in it. I figure I have 100 plus hours in that game already, though. Hey, there's nothing wrong with spending in a gacha as long as you're responsible. you know, treat it the same as like any subscription-based game, like an MMO. As long as you don't drop, you know, $600 in it in one day. It's probably not very healthy. Never understood gachas myself. Stories sometimes goes over my head. To be fair, I think most gachas have a shit story. I think people who like the story in gacha games just don't really understand what good stories look like. Because I've seen people praise shit that I look at and go, wow, this sucks. Like, objectively, I can tell you multiple problems with this. The editing is usually the worst part. They are very poorly edited. The pacing is terrible. Like, across every gacha game I've seen. But if you're willing to look past all the flaws, then yeah, there's good stuff in there, I suppose. I prefer mechanics over story. Like at 14, the story kind of passes me by, but there are good points. That's fair. Just not a big story gamer. Nothing wrong with that. I definitely love a good story, but I also appreciate good mechanics. Really, really depends. Because sometimes I can get by with just one, sometimes I need both. Usually I can handle a good mechanics but a bad story, but I can't handle the opposite. Like, I don't think I would want to play a game that has a good story but bad mechanics. I don't think I would last. I do think 14 story is good, but the first two expansions I think are overrated. Well, that's not true, because Stormblood is actually panned by a lot of people. But I think Heavensward is looked back on with rose-colored glasses. It's still good, but the majority of the good parts of it come in the patch content. Stormblood has a lot of problems. The patch content is very good as well, though. It's really Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is one of the best RPG stories I've ever played. Or just stories in general. Shadowbringers is excellent. Easy 9 out of 10. And Endwalker is probably a solid 8 out of 10. But a lot of people got in with Shadowbringers, so... You see a lot of people talk about the game as a whole when they're really talking just about Shadowbringers. Yeah, 14 is high highs, but low lows. I would say, actually... No, I would actually disagree. I would actually say that 14 does have high highs. I would not say the lows are that low. I can't think of the worst, like the worst part of 14, I don't think compares to like anything in FF13. I had enough gems for pity, opened the dam and used half of it on 3 summer swimsuit limited editions. Oh, Matt. That's why I like GBF. It's a turn-based micro MMO raid-like. No, I will not elaborate on that. Fair enough. I think me liking mechanics over story is why I love the Dark Souls games. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Dark Souls games don't have stories, they have lore. There's a difference. Shadowbringers better than 12 story? 12? Yes, absolutely. I think Shadowbringers... I don't think I can think of a single Final Fantasy game that has a better story than Shadowbringers. I can think of another game, but not Final Fantasy game. You should really dislike To Realm Reborn. Realm Reborn is boring, which is not good. It's got pacing issues and it's kind of boring, but it doesn't commit any real mistakes. Like, there aren't plot holes and character motivations that make no sense. So it's really just like, okay. Like, 14 at its worst is okay. People who really shit on 14 story, if it's like, if they're not having a good time and they think it's unacceptable, I genuinely recommend playing other story-based games. Just for comparison's sake. Because once you play something like FF13, you really see how low that bar goes. People don't know how good they have it with 14. Even Dawntrail, with all of its problems, is still, like, at worst, decent. Yeah, A Realm Reborn also has... It's a lot larger than most expansions, because it's the base game. 50 levels instead of 10. Out of curiosity, is Mythic Quest at all on the radar? I don't think I've heard of it until now, so no. But if I can put it on the radar and look into it and see if I want to play it. Yeah, I've seen some real goofy ass lines in Uma Musume. There's the classic Japanese writing with pretty much no localization, just run it straight. And you know what? Fair. If that's what people like, then that's what they'll get. It's got an audience. Final Fantasy Mythic Quest was a North American experiment on the SNES. Oh boy. Yeah, Cygames does do good localizations. I've looked into Uma Musume a little bit because I was interested in the actual horses they based them on, so I watched some YouTube videos. It's pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, like the source material is odd. And like a lot of Japanese made media, there's only so much you can do before you're just like, all right, well, we just got to write this in. That's what they said, so that's what we're going to put in. All right. Sabin's going to be spamming Blitz. Should he be in the back row? Potentially. I keep him in the front row because I might switch to regular attacks if we need single target damage. And I don't want to have to use the row command in battle because that takes a turn. Alright, yeah, I think we're... should I rest here? How many do I have? Almost 20k. $350 gil. Nah, fuck that. We're leaving. Yeah, I have tents. I'll use one outside of Vector. There might even be a place to rest in Vector, because it is technically a town. Yes, the stars besides the Espers mean they're mastered. Which actually, thank you for mentioning that, because I should probably switch this up. Alright, Celes is almost done. I think one more battle is all she needs. So we can switch that up. But yeah, the Dawntrail discourse really soured me on the 14 community. Oh, he berserked Locke. That sucks. I fucked up that command. I missed the last input again. Nothing has made me want to stop playing 14 more than the community of 14. I found that once I stopped looking at social media, I was like, you know what, I'm much happier with this game than I was before. One of the lines they gave one of my favorite GBF characters in her new outfit is super bass, belonging in a nice, magically chilled room that's a little cramped but comfy, all to myself. When she said that, I felt that in my soul. I feel it. I feel it as well. As someone who's melting in 20-degree weather at midnight, I feel it. I don't pay attention to the media around 14. I still love 14. Got so much worth out of the free trial. The free trial is unbelievably generous. It's insane how generous it is. Let's give you Ramuh. You Kate Sith. We'll keep Siren on Gao. Because I'm not done with Locke. Yeah, well, does he need Kira? His magic is kind of doo-doo. Maybe I give Kate Sith to Locke here. 14 is best enjoyed when you ignore the social media surrounding it. Yeah, I mean, it was good when Endwalker was coming out. And like before Dawntrail dropped, I think that was sort of a golden age of social media for 14 because everyone was super excited and positive. And then Dawntrail came out and was like mid. And people got super toxic super fast. And it kind of made the community terrible. It's gotten better, but yeah, the Doom posting when Dawntrail came out was pathetic. Yeah, I'm gonna give you Kate Sith. You, Kieran. I kind of want to make Locke part caster. I don't know if that's a good idea. If I'm mechanic focused, would Reaper be good DPS? Yes. Reaper has a fair bit going on. I mean, I don't even know what physical DPS would be a bad choice if you're mechanics focused. They're all pretty involved. Maybe Viper. Viper's probably the simplest, even though it's got a lot of buttons to hit pretty consistently. At least once you fully level it. The start's pretty boring. Why'd they expect the start of a new arc to be as good as the last, good as the climax and ending of the last one, even though it makes no sense? I mean, the problems Dawntrail had are beyond just expectations. I do think people's expectations were too high for Dawntrail. I do think they should have been tempered, but that's a problem with all gamers everywhere. No one knows how to manage their expectations anymore. It is what it is. But Dawntrail did have some pretty rough writing problems. You can definitely tell, at least I can tell, that my theory is that you can definitely tell that they struggled during development to write it. They pivoted a lot and changed their minds a lot, which they shouldn't have. They should have committed. I think Dawntrail would have been a lot better if they had. Yes, I'm in agreement, Waffle. I think they rewrote a lot of Dawntrail. It smells like rewrites. Rewriting the story. In fact, I have a theory on exactly what happened with Dawntrail. I think when they were coming up with Dawntrail, they went, all right, this is going to be a brand new... We're getting into 14 Discourse on this FF6 playthrough. I'm so sorry. They wanted Dawntrail to be a brand new stepping on point into 14, right? Brand new players could get into Dawntrail, not needing to play the rest of the game because that's a lot of content to go through. So they wrote the story with that in mind, and they were like, all right, well, we still want to get them up to speed with the general themes and, you know, story vibes of 14 up to this point, because we still want to keep doing those because that's what we know. So we're going to write a story where we have a character go through a lot of what the main character did up until this point, the Warrior of Light, but it's going to happen to them, and new players can see it happen to them and get caught up, right? So that character was Wook Lamont. But they couldn't figure out if they wanted to do that right away, so they waffled on it for too long. They were like, we don't know, do we want it to be a brand new jumping on point? How much of it do we want to be, you know, carried over from the other expansions and the rest of the game? And so they spent too long in pre-production until they finally landed on, all right, let's make it brand new. Then at some point during pre-production, while they were writing the script, somebody changed their mind again and went, nope, never mind. You know, it's going to be new-ish, but it's still going to be a continuation of the game that we played up until this point. It's still going to be a continuation of the plot. And so they had to rewrite a whole bunch of stuff. They had to add a bunch of references in from the old game, right? From the old arc, aka the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, which is why they're so poorly written. And as a result, they didn't have time to edit the story, right? The editing of the story and the pacing was really bad because they didn't have time to chop it down and make it effective. They were just vomiting words onto the page because they had a word count to hit, right? So that's why it has an editing problem. That's why the Signs of the Seventh Dawn are so poorly written. It's because they were added in at the last second and weren't originally part of the story. And it explains why Wook Lamont is so omnipresent in the story and is like the biggest part of it, because she was the only consistent part of both versions of the script. So as a result, she just ended up getting the most content. And the story was originally based on her, so it doubled down. That's my theory for what I think happened to Dawntrail in development and why it ended up the way it did. Started as White Mage because I thought I'd have to be focused on everyone's HP, but tanks do so good at tanking that I barely have to heal them, that I did a dungeon with a warrior and they kept healing themselves so much that I had nothing to do. That is a current drama, I guess. Really just a complaint that people have in 14 is that if the tanks do everything right, the healers don't have anything to do. And it's a very hard design decision or design problem to fix. Because if you give the healers too much to do, then when they do have to heal, then you're losing out on DPS and you won't be able to hit DPS checks. But if you go the opposite way, we have the current problem where if everyone does everything correctly, then the healers have nothing to do. In endgame content, they're starting to make stuff more punishing, so they do have more healing to do, but yeah, it's an issue. It's been an issue for a while. But on low-level content especially, yeah. If the tanks know what they're doing, especially Warrior, the healers have jack shit. Rampy's here. We always have the same convos no matter what is on screen. Yeah. As I've mentioned before, I have 10 things I talk about and I just cycle. But it was very frustrating to see the faith that had been built up for CBU 3 at the time, what is now Creative Studio 3, the devs of 14, to watch that vanish so completely over the course of weeks was very frustrating. Of like, guys, come on. One mid-expansion and you're all throwing in the towel? Grow up. Now, if we get 2 expansions that are that rough, then there would be some problems. But one fuck up? Come on. But as usual, on social media, it does not pay to be reasonable, it pays to be polarizing. And social media is a fucking cancer. Speaking of the same 10 things, Lancer Session this year will be this weekend. Let's go. Hell yeah. I'm very excited. It is 12 o'clock though, so I think we will wrap it up there. I know we yapped for like half an hour, but it happens. We'll be back with more of this tomorrow for day 4. Did you know each character has their own tent? I didn't know that. That's a fun detail. I'd love to test it, but tents are expensive. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I turned this into a yap stream. Hey, never apologize for providing content. I like talking about 14. Thanks to everyone in chat today. Waffle, Doppel, Bartholomew, Nobody, thank you again for the raid. Toaster, Lightning. And everyone else who said I do appreciate you. And we appreciate everybody who was lurking. Well, let's see where we're dropping you off tonight, shall we? You like talking about 14? Why don't you play it more? Well, talking about 14 is different from playing it. Although I do play it semi-regularly. I play it probably around once a week. And I'll be playing it more once the new content drops. Let's see here. Speaking of, if you guys weren't here for it, like I mentioned, next week, well, I say next week, it's in a few days. On Tuesday, we'll be taking a break from FF6 to play the 7.3 patch of Final Fantasy XIV, which is very exciting. It should be the culmination of the current arc in the plot, and we'll see everything that happens. I have a lot of theories as to what's going to go down, so it'll be super fun. Like usual, we're going to be doing the raids on Tuesday first, give people time to play the MSQ themselves, and then we'll pick up the MSQ on Friday. And it should only take 2 days. I don't think it should take up to Saturday, but who knows. There is the new Deep Dungeon, which I may or may not try out on stream. I don't really care about Deep Dungeons, but I don't know. If I do it, I have to finish Palace of the Dead, which I still haven't done. Will 7.3 have more Funny Man? I assume you're talking about Hildebrand? No, but I believe 7.35 will. Because they usually don't have Hildebrand in the main patch. They usually have it in the off patch. So I believe that it'll be in 0.35. But I would have to look that up. But when 0.35 does drop, we will be doing that on stream, because I've just started playing Hildebrand on stream because it's funny. Didn't mean to, but it just sort of ended up that way. Alrighty. Let's go raid Duck. We haven't raided Duck in a bit. Oh, he's been streaming for 6 hours. He's probably about to end. Oh, did he change his schedule to start an hour earlier? Because if he did, that would explain why I have not been able to raid him. Because I only ever raided him an hour before he ended stream. Yeah, okay. He now streams earlier. Damn, I missed Duck. Alright, then let's go ahead and raid. Let's raid PPG. Shut up. It's playing some God of War Ragnarok. Just means you need to stream earlier, streamer. I might be able to stream earlier, but I would end later. Or I would end earlier as well. Unfortunately, it would run right up to dinner time, which is the issue. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll start moving things earlier. Alrighty, well, everybody go say hi to PBG. Playing some God of War Ragnarok. And yeah, if you have not joined the Discord already, you can do so for stream alerts, the stream schedule, getting in contact with the community and us. And who is us? There we are. There's Matt, Nobody, and Arsai, who are the people I stream with. We're streaming Monster Wilds on Arsai's channel on Wednesdays. So come check that out. Once we get over the starting a half hour late every day, yeah. I can't remember the last time I did a 4-hour stream. This shit's rough nowadays. I don't have the time I used to, or the energy, but it is what it is. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. In the meantime, have a good night and go set a PBG. Bye-bye.